Arkansas Congressman and Financial Services Committee member French Hill is with us now. Congressman, it's great to have you. Thanks very much for being here. What was your take on the bank CEOs this week?
Well, Maria, it's great to be with you. I think Jamie Dimon is right, and I think Janet Yellen is too optimistic. She has a three bears assumption of it being just right next year. I'm not sure that's in the cards. I think Jamie Dimon's assessment is better. I asked him at the bank hearing in the House, should the Fed be focused on price stability and not be concerned about racial equity and things like that in society? He said, absolutely. That's why I've introduced legislation for the Fed to focus on price stability, because inflation is a thief. And I have to tell you, since Inauguration Day, Joe Biden's hit every policy wrong and has made our economy weaker and our families more insecure financially, because he's added regulations, added taxes, clogged up the arteries of the American economy right at the moment when it should be growing. He inherited a V-shaped recovery, low unemployment, low tax rates, and a working population.
Well, it certainly feels like Jay Powell is the only one doing anything about inflation right now, because when you look at the response from the White House, it's just more spending and more spending. Congressman, do you have any idea where this rail deal stands? Because if we do have a strike, did they avert a strike until after the midterms? Is that what the whole point of that tentative deal was? And if we do have a strike from the rail workers, doesn't the economy slowing down get much worse?
Absolutely. I mean, I think a rail strike here at this moment with the clogged arteries, the added regulation, the added taxes would be catastrophic to trying to get this economy back on track. And you're right about fiscal policy led by Janet Yellen and Joe Biden. Spending another $5 trillion makes the Fed's job harder. The Fed was late. You and I both know that. That means these are more painful rate increases. But they have the headwinds of an unlimited amount of federal spending that Joe Biden has green-lighted with House Democrats and Senate Democrats, and raising taxes and raising regulations. That combination makes the Fed's job even tougher.
Yeah, and we don't know how the rail companies are going to afford a 24% increase in wages, and whether that stokes other unions to start striking. All of this is some of the reasons that House Republicans are set to unveil the Commitment to America agenda today, Congressman. During a fundraising event in New York yesterday, President Biden made mention to House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy's agenda rollout, claiming that the GOP will remove the so-called Inflation Reduction Act and raise the cost of Social Security. He's talking about Republicans raising costs, Congressman. Your thoughts?
Typical politics by Joe Biden. Kevin McCarthy will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today, rolling out our commitment to America, that if our citizens trust the House Republicans to take the House back this fall, we will deliver on pushing back against Joe Biden's failed policies on the economy. We'll push for policies that will make American families safer. We'll work on securing the border, stopping the opioid crisis, funding our police, and we'll hold this government accountable for the failures they've had, not only in foreign policy, but in domestic policy.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin McCarthy said yesterday he's not going to sign on to any more spending and funding bills unless there's a focus on the border and that there's some funding for the border agents. But let me get your take on next week and what happens. Will the government shut down over this fight on the funding bill?
Well, the fight right now is between Democrats. Yesterday, I spent all day meeting with constituents from Arkansas because the House Democrats couldn't even get a bill onto the floor because progressives want to keep spending money. They want to stop Joe Manchin's effort to speed up energy through reforms to environmental rules. It's House Democrats that can't get the appropriation bills passed this year. And so the House and Senate Democrat leadership has to figure out a way to keep our government open.
So is there any chance that Republicans will be able to stop this so-called Inflation Reduction Act? We know it doesn't reduce inflation. We know that it's just more spending and it's a clean climate bill. Will you be able to stop it, or is it moving forward? Because Joe Biden wants $80 billion allocated to the IRS to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to audit everybody.
Right. Well, if we take the House back, we can check that agenda. We can try to shape it through appropriations bills that we pass, oversight by hauling people up from the administration to testify. But if we really want to reshape that Inflation Production Act, which is what I call it, we need to take the Senate back too. We need our citizens engaged. We need Republicans in charge in the House and Senate in the legislative branch, and we can then take action using budget reconciliation to reshape and redirect the Inflation Production Act.
I see. Okay. And meanwhile, no comment from your colleagues on the left about these wide open border. Congressman, another migrant bus arrived in New York City this morning. It comes as the Democrat lawmaker in Florida filed a lawsuit seeking to block Governor Ron DeSantis from sending any more migrants to other states. House Homeland Security Committee Chairman Benny Thompson is calling the Biden administration, calling on them to probe DeSantis now.
Look, this is all politics for the midterm. I'm not worried about 50 people who get off a bus in Martha's Vineyard. I'm worried about the 50 people that roasted to death in a 50-foot trailer on the border of Texas. This border is open, 200,000 people a month encountered. It's the largest open border in 20 years, and this too was green-lighted on Inauguration Day by Joe Biden when he stopped all the Trump border policies, said the border was open, America was not going to follow President Trump's policies any longer, and that's created this crisis at the border by his own decisions he's taken.
Yeah. It's unbelievable what Martha's Vineyard leadership did. They put them all on a jet and they sent them to Cape Cod. I mean, just, you can't write this, Congressman. They say they're sanctuary cities until it's in their backyard. Congressman, thanks very much for weighing in. We'll be following all of that.
You bet, Maria. Great to be with you.